Digimon fans have been waiting for a title that balances nostalgia with modern gameplay design. And after diving into the Xbox demo, I can confidently say that this game might be the one to bridge that gap. The demo offered a full chapter's worth of exploration, combat, and even a boss fight, leaving me both impressed and eager for the full release. Like, seriously, I thought about deleting the save data just to start a new game and play it over. And while this is my review of the game, if you want to see my entire playthrough of the demo. Um, I'm gonna chop those up into parts, maybe into like 4 different parts, and then just continue when the game finally releases. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The battle system is where the demo shines the most. The loop of exploring stages, engaging in battles, and expanding your team feels addictive and rewarding. While the menus can be a little overwhelming at first, the game smartly helps you along in that aspect, with clear notifications for things like new digivolutions and shortcuts to the exact menus you need with just a press of a button. The evolution system is genuinely impressive as well. Not only can you evolve into multiple monsters within that tree, but you can also regress a Digimon back into an earlier stage to unlock an entirely new evolutionary tree. This flexibility opens up endless possibilities for team composition, making your lineup feel strategic rather than just static. And in my playthrough and my experience of it, I was so overwhelmed with the amount of different types of Digimon that I could have so early in the game. Like playing Pokemon, everything felt as if it was more based on the route you were in per se, not necessarily with the way the data of the Digimon work. It just feels so much more expansive than a traditional Pokemon game, even with like what they're doing with the new Pokemon games. But I promise we're not gonna really get into too much Pokemon to Digimon uh, e- stuff for this one. We're just gonna try to keep it based off of what I picked up from the game itself. The demo gave us the first chapter of the story, culminating in a tense boss battle with Kabuterimon and ending in I believe it was Kabuterimon, was it? I'll have it on screen if I'm wrong. It's been a couple days. But ending on this cliffhanger, it's enough to teach the larger narrative while letting players experience a wide range of the mechanics early. The story presentation feels tight, really and truly. Like the voice acting that I heard wasn't bad. I would say it may have been designed like that to not be too telling as to what was going on in the plot. So, in my opinion, it felt not bad, just there were things missing. I feel like there could have been more voice acting in, but the voice acting it did its job. I especially loved like the Digimon's moves. Some of their signature moves like are voice acted, and that right there just adds to the whole anime feel of it. While your support attacks and all that stuff there are just flat out regular attacks. It is cool to hear like all of the Digimon. While I feel like the voice actors for a lot of the Digimon might have been the same. Uh, maybe I'm wrong, but to me it sounded as if a lot of those lines and everything were given by a couple of the same people. And even the soundtrack, which in my opinion it elevated almost every scene that they had it playing in. And on top of, like I said, the Digimon being able to shout out their signature moves and that anime authentic feel, it I found myself smiling way more than I thought I would playing this game. And all of this footage was captured on the Series S, and the visuals look sharp and smooth with vibrant animations that, match the world's aesthetic. The scan feature for materials, which kind of freezes the world and everything, and it feels a bit jarring at first, but soon I feel like you'll get used to and adapt to like the way everything just stops, because it threw me off a couple times. I thought like I broke the game or something. But the audio is another highlight, from the enemy respawn cues that help with farming to the soundtrack, like I said, that fits seamlessly into like the action and the exploration. The sound design keeps you engaged, honestly, without overwhelming you, in my opinion. And as well as the performance, like it held up. There was one issue, and I was dashboarded due to converting about like 10 Digimon at a time, or 10 Digimon at the time. And once I got to, I guess, like the last one or something like that, the game just kind of hiccuped and crashed on me. It was the only time it happened in the 4.5, 5 hours of playtime that I put into it. But other than that, the game ran extremely smooth. I didn't see anything like artifacts, glitches, and other little bugs popping out amidst it. So it's looking like it's going to be a very polished game from the start. And if so, I am thoroughly excited about continuing and figuring out exactly like what's going on within this story. And I know I said I wasn't going to talk about them much, but I have to bring them up just for, I guess, the clarity in what I'm trying to convey with this. But there is no denying that Digimon is looking across the aisle. You know, they're looking at what Pokemon is doing. Persona, I believe, has like a similar type of mechanic in their games. And even with the newest game, Clair Obscure, coming out, you know, it's the whole turn-based system with the like the button cues for certain I guess extra animations or critical damage or whatever. Like a lot of that is what's in the majority of those titles now. And for Digimon to kind of be like the next title in that genre or within that battle mechanic genre, I feel like for them it fits. You know, the Digimon, they all have so many different personalities, which was something I loved about the game. Like you could actively change your Digimon's personality by interacting with them at certain points, which, you know, added to the whole team composition thing. It helped in you being able to devolve your Digimon into earlier rookie forms and on in training forms because of said personalities, you know. So it is so much deeper when it comes to like the way they evolve and the way the game progresses, as opposed to something like Pokemon, you know, where it's just reach this level or meet this specific checkbox here, and or this requirement here, and boom, you know, you'll evolve. But the game this way puts it more onto your trainer level, you know, before they could reach higher digivolutions like champion and ultimate. So it's so crazy how the more you think about what you can do with your team, the more you realize it is so much more expansive. And that's one thing I feel like this game might have an edge over something as big as Pokemon, because of the amount of just customization that you have. Even with, I haven't played Clair Obscure, but from just seeing like the footage and the videos of it, I feel like that is the action that kind of inspired Time Stranger. And you already know, like the Digimon Pokemon thing has been going on for forever. So of course they're always going to be looking for a way to be innovative as well as akin, not necessarily like ripping off anything from TPC. So that is just what I picked up in like the comparison department from playing this game as opposed to, you know, Pokemon, or even picking up Clair Obscure. But I am very excited. I'm probably just as excited for this as I am for Legend ZA. So, as someone who hasn't touched a Digimon game since the handheld era, this demo won me over. It captures the spirit of Digimon while pushing the gameplay into modern RPG territory. With the newest Pokemon game moving toward real-time battles, Digimon's layered turn-based system could actually carve out its own space, appealing to fans of both monster games as well as the Persona-style RPGs. So this demo left me optimistic. If the full release builds on what's here with more story depth, the polish and the mechanical variety that I've been seeing so far in the demo, we might be looking at probably one of the best Digimon games in years. So if you played the demo, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and make sure you hit that like, subscribe if you want to just be in touch with all of the in the loop, I guess I should say, with all of the content that we're pushing out. We are on the road to 200. We're literally almost there, guys. Like, I am so proud of the community. Like, it's the baby steps that I enjoy the most. You know, pretty soon we're gonna be crawling, walking, running, sprinting, and hey, one of you guys are going to win a Switch too. But like I said, if you're watching this and if you've seen the other videos, commenting, subscribing, liking the video, all this cool stuff here, that gets you a raffle. And like, you don't have to spend anything. All you have to do is show a little support, show a little love, and that puts you in the running, in the drawing for a brand new Switch 2. The drawing will be held on October 16th, as long as this channel hits 1,000 subscribers. That's literally it. That's literally all we got to do. I don't want to try to throw it at the beginning of the videos and then just get all the weirdos want to do that. So I put it at the end of the video, so the people who actually like the content, who actually watch the content, and those are the ones who are going to hear this, and they're going to know that, hey, I got a chance to win a Switch 2, you know, before the masses do, you know. So the more times you comment on the videos between now and then, the more engagement that you show, the more chances you have to win. It's that simple. But now that that's out of the way, I love all of you guys for showing the support and the love back to me. And with that being said, Rico out.